Welcome back, everybody, to our playthrough of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. We have done a couple things off screen. The only thing, actually, really was getting the water, so we are going to now plant. Finally, we can make use of this stupid thing. I would have facepalmed if that had not counted, if it had not been close enough to it or whatever. It looked like it was going to be. Yeah. Took us so far, didn't it? One of those things that makes you wonder, why was that, necessary? Whatever, let's just play this stupid song and get this over with. Yeah, there he is. The Scarecrow, whatever his name is, Jeremy? I don't know. Now, I went back, actually, to where you originally get the Deku Seeds and the water and everything. Within the Deku Palace. And I know somebody's going to come up and tell me, oh, well, you could have gone right over to where the waterfall was. And to be fair, I didn't even think to check there, so for all I know, that could be true, but... major facepalming would be going on if that was the case, let's just say. Anyways, now that we have finally gotten most of the Zora Cape stuff out of the way, we are going to do some sort of progress. And by progress, I mean actually going to Ikana Canyon, or Ikana Canyon, or Ikana, or Ikana, or Ikane, or whatever. And since we did not hit the owl statue, and the reason for that was because we needed something that we got within Zora, the Great Bay Temple, which was, of course, the ice arrows. So we are going to go ahead and get that party started. And you might have seen that blue bubble floating by just now. Yeah, they inhabit the Termina field in the nighttime. I don't know if that's something I've hinted at or not, or if I've shown it before, but there it is. And they will be very useful to us later, but not right now. And they're infinitely less annoying, honestly, than the bomb chews, so I'm perfectly content with them being there instead. Can I make this one too? Oh, never properly jump through both right in a row like that. I don't know why. There, was that so hard? Really wasn't, honestly. Alright, before we actually go into the canyon, we are going to do something here. And not get hit by that stupid thing. Spoiler alert. Well, not really spoiler. We'll need the captain's hat. There. You can't see me. And you don't want to get touched by the blue bubbles because, apart from them taking away health, once you get hit by them, you cannot use your sword. And yeah, that kind of sucks. So the whole gimmick, I guess you could call it, behind the graveyard is the fact that there are these stall children walking around guarding the graves. And if you don't have the captain's hat on, obviously you can't talk to them and they'll attack you. But since we do, they basically think of us as the captain. And there's going to be a funny thing I'll show later, but the main question I have is, do they really think... By the way, tell them to open the grave. Do they really think that a small, fleshy child just having the face really makes him the captain? To this day, I still don't really understand it, but whatever. We get to go grave spelunking? I don't know. Yeah, we get rupees. And there's clearly nothing else here for us, so we'll just head back, right? Wrong-o. Yeah. If you have, you need the, you don't need it, but if you have the, what's it called? The magic mirror? Lens of Truth. See, it's been so long since I've really played this game, sometimes I feel like I don't know half the shit that's in it, really, anymore. These enemies don't really matter since we have the stone mask on, but yeah, without the Lens of Truth, you can't see some of the pathways. And this wall certainly does look bombable, doesn't it? Let's just go ahead shield... of course I'd press the wrong button. I didn't want to have to take damage like that, but if you do this and explode, then you don't take damage from it. And look, it's our old friend! And by old friend, I mean, wow, I really hate this guy. If anybody watched my 3-heart challenge Ocarina of Time playthrough, you'd know exactly how much I hate these guys, but here they won't be so bad. For a couple reasons, but yeah, this is our old pal Iron Knuckle. And he does that. Massive damage, that's really annoying. And your shield does not defend against it. And yet, in Majora's Mask, as you can tell, once he loses his armor, he starts swinging faster, making him infinitely more annoying. But since we have the sharpest sword, he's really not a threat. And for our heroic efforts, we get a chest, and it's a gold lining chest that's kind of big, that is not in a dungeon, so you can guess what it's gonna be. If you answered some cottage cheese, unfortunately, you were incorrect. Sorry. I think it's kind of obvious that it's a heart, but that's not always true. In some cases, they actually have a mask. I think that's only in a temple, though, and in our case, it'll be the, what's it called? Stone Tower Temple. Stupid keys. But yeah, so when you have them open the grave, leads you to a heart piece after fighting an Iron Knuckle, of course. And that is something that we can do basically every day of the 3 days. And we already missed the first one. The first time is actually... oh, whoops. The first time is actually... that happens. That's what happened to me when I tried doing the mini-game in the Zora Cape. And I tried to go one way, but it had me face the other way. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Anyway, getting sidetracked. On the first day, it's possibly the most important. In fact, come to think of it... yeah, we will actually... okay. We will cut to the first night, and I will show what we will do. Sorry for this being a little herky-jerky, but I just realized that we kinda can't continue unless we do this, so yeah. We'll be right back. Alright, so here we are, back in the graveyard, and we're gonna have these grave diggers do our dirty deeds for us. Oh, whoops. Yeah, if you say guard the grave, nothing bad happens, they just... it's like... I don't... you... damn it! They should have open as the first option. But, yeah, like I said, if it just hit guard the grave does nothing. And by the way, I hope you enjoyed that fight with the Iron Knuckle. Totally not hinting at anything that's about to go down. Yeah, if you can tell, that's where we fell the first time. And... or the second time, rather, and this is the first time. Third time is an entirely different thing altogether, and you'll see it when it happens. For this next part, what I can say is get your blast mask ready, as well as... well, thanks for that, for being useful. There we go. And your arrows ready. And your sword ready. 'Cause bats! And you just have to start KOing. And the reason I say blast mask is because they'll want to fly close to you, and if you can get a lot of them near you, then just shield and do the blast mask. That's usually the best way to do it, but I gotta be honest, what we just did ended up being pretty conventional. And yes, we get... rupees! Alright, that's all we came here for. We're out of here. See you later, guys. No, just kidding. We do have to do more stuff. And if they would just give us... a Deku stick, that would be most preferable, but... no luck for us, I don't think. Nothing. Of course. So, okay. This method's not bad. It's just a little less easy to do, you could say. Just have to light all the torches. And usually I have pretty bad aim, so if I miss one of these, I won't be surprised. I think there are only 3 or 4. Yeah, there is one here. There we go. So through this door... Well, look who it is! It's our old friend. Except he looks like... No? Wait. Okay, yeah. It's the same description. He looks more gold to me, though, than, like, iron or something. But whatever. Same deal as usual. That was so hard. Whatever, though. And now, we get to watch a show! Well, okay, not really. But I always thought it was interesting how the curtain comes up like that. Now get ready for some bad puns. There are a lot of them here. Composer called Flat. It's so funny because music. And Sharp, his brother. Flat and Sharp. It's so funny and so original. Except it's not funny. And this is actually kind of poetically sad. The 1,000 years of raindrops summoned by my song are my tears. The thunder that strikes the earth is my anger. Unfortunately, it's a little short, but whatever. So yeah, this is what I mentioned. I don't remember if I mentioned this, actually. For the bean, when you plant it, the only way to make it grow is to either use a bottle of water or this. And it's one of the most recognizable songs in the entire franchise, I think. And that, of course, is the Song of Storms, played by the organ grinder. That's like his theme song, practically. Yeah, it summons rain. And that is, again, helpful when you need to plant something. And it'll be helpful in a couple other scenarios as well. And we're just gonna skedaddle and head on over to the canyon. Almost fell over there. Glad that didn't happen. And now... this way? Blue bubbles go away. Don't razz my stash. I just want to... Where is it? I'm not even looking at it the right way, am I? I thought so. About... no, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Oh, wait, no, that's... oh, I have to do that whole thing all over again. Talk to the guy with the Garo mask. Sorry, if I haven't stated before, that was a little difficult for me to see, because the way in which I'm recording is not very beneficial to the way I can see, necessarily. Because I'm recording not necessarily from a TV screen, but from my computer monitor. And the hardware that I have now is a small screen of recording, and maybe it's just me, but I can't actually, like, blow it up at all, make it easier to see, so... in a way, I'm kind of stuck with what I got. Not that I'm saying it affects the playing or anything like that, but it's a mild inconvenience. So yeah, this is what we needed the ice arrows for, predominantly. To be able to cross the river. And now, we can latch on to more trees. So, there we go. Just aim at the ground every single time you try to take a shot. That's the best method to do it. That was too far away. That one. And here's the statue. Finally. Now, we've made a lot of progress, but we'll do a couple other things and then call it a day. And we are not going to go near that giant house. It's a cool place, but if you notice, some rather unfriendly company, let's say, are walking around it. So instead, we are going to do a number like this. Ah! I knew that would happen. At least we don't need to use the sword right now. If we go into this area, it looks like water would be coming out of here, right? Well, it's not right now, so whatever. Land where only the dead roam. I like that. Well, look who it is! It's another guy with a baton. This clearly must be... Todovsky? No, it's Sharp. Some interesting dialogue here. Not really noteworthy, but whatever. And so, he starts playing a song that drains your energy rather slowly, so whatever. But yeah, you can only stop it if you know, of course, the Song of Storms. And then this happens. We get a nice upskirt shot. Thanks for that. And then he starts having a seizure, which apparently causes a lot of motion blur. And the water rises. Thank you for that. Now all the plants can grow, except, oh wait, they're not going to grow. But instead of causing fertile soil, it makes music play. And it reminds me a lot of the carousel music from Super Mario 64, the Haunted House. But yeah, apparently happy music makes these gyros pass out? I don't know. And not only does it make them pass out, it makes them, like, lose their shit. And get sucked into the ground. Jeez. Wonder what would happen if the music box house played, like, emo music. I'd probably be dancing. That door handle was pivotal. Yeah, fool's brother, yada yada yada, reviving the royal family. I do not fear the dead. Yeah, death and that whole idea plays a big part in Ikana Canyon, as you will see. The masked one, that would be, of course, the Skull Kid. The temple sort of torments us. Temple shall direct you to the king, and ruins. Yeah, that is going to suck. For those of you who know what it is. And really, the entirety of leading up to the Stone Tower Temple is one of the worst series of events in the entire game. Mainly in how long and sometimes awful it is. By the way, have your stone mask out for one reason only. This little girl. If she sees you, she'll immediately run back inside and lock the door. And that will all be explained basically right now. Have your ocarina ready, which we do. This is all going to happen really quickly, so I'll explain afterwards. Oh my god! Quick, Ocarina! Song of Healing! Freak out because of the music! Garo Mask! And we'll get that in a second. And now this scene. Pamela is the daughter's name. I gotta say, this scene is very short, but it's really touching at the same time. And when I played this game when I was younger, I remember seeing this scene and being like, oh my god, that's really sad. I said Garo Mask, it's Gibdo Mask, what was I thinking? Yeah, that'll be pivotal to us later. And if you get close to them, Tattle will say, "Them be, don't you get it?" Insensitive, yeah. And it doesn't help that they're playing the really soothing Song of Healing music over it, but yeah. Basically, Pamela's father was a scientist who came to Ikana Canyon to sort of research the going about, and he got affected by the Gibdos, and they started like walking around his hut, and Pamela would try to protect him. And the reason that if she sees you, she goes back inside and locks the door is because she mistakes you and thinks you're like a bad person. Which of course is not true, but it takes her getting distracted by something else and us going inside and actually helping her father for her to realize that we're actually, you know, okay. Yeah, it's a very touching, even though very brief story, so whatever. And yeah, we made a lot of progress today, so we'll go ahead and end this segment. Next time, we'll actually be venturing into what was mentioned, and I'll go ahead and say it now, the Underneath the Well. It's going to take a long time, and off-screen I'm actually going to stock up for it, so yeah, expect that. So thank you all for watching. Until next time, see you all later.